Hi everybody, so I am feeling a lot better this week. Yes, I've only done one video again because it's been a stressful week for me, but now that it's the weekend and I have got a lot of things done in the past week, even though that might not reflect on my workload, I have got a lot of personal things done this week, so now I can just focus on getting back on track with work and everything else that I do. So things like these vlogs. And yes, I'm feeling better and I'm going to not have some weird episode whilst making this vlog like I had last week. I mean, I laugh at myself constantly because you kind of have to, and I think it's funny when I watch that back and I'm just like, what am I doing? And why have I put that online? But okay, I guess it's just a real representation of how isolation can affect everybody and how it's affecting me. Like I said in that video, it was just real and I was just being me, and at the time I clearly should have just meditated or taken 10 minutes just to kind of compose myself and find something worthwhile to put in that video. But I do have incredibly worthwhile news to give you this week. The title of this video will probably be something along the lines of something to do with Hull University and what they're doing to help with the coronavirus and this pandemic we are all suffering from at the moment. I don't know if you can hear that, but the washing machine's like literally there. So I'm really sorry if that's annoying. Hopefully I have done videos of that on before and it's not really been that loud, so hopefully that's not like a hindrance. Anyway, I'm going to get into what I want to talk about, and what I want to talk about is my university again, but this time not what they're doing to help students. They're still helping us, but it is the Easter break at the moment, so everyone's having a nice break from work. I'm guessing it's bank holiday and they're still helping students. Obviously they're still there for us and they're not going to stop helping us and supporting us, but I wanted to talk about what my university, so Hull University, is doing to help the NHS. Yes, they are helping the NHS in a big way. I don't know if other universities are doing this too, but I'm going to look that up and probably make another video of what other universities around the country are doing, because I think it's incredible what my university is doing, so I'm going to tell you about it. First and foremost, they are giving vital training to staff returning to the NHS. So if you're not aware of what's been going on in this country, we have obviously the National Health Service, which is amazing, and yeah, I'm just going to say that, amazing, and that's that. A lot of former NHS staff who left in the last 3 years have come back to help with this pandemic because the NHS is incredibly stressed and stretched, so they need all the help they can get. So the former staff needs training, you know, health and safety training changes all the time, health training, medical research is continuously changing, so, and expanding, so those staff need training. And my university have got a massive faculty of health science and a massive medical building that the Queen herself was so kind to open. But yes, so staff at the university are now training former NHS staff so they are ready to go back into the field and frontline to help fight this pandemic, which is fantastic because that's my university, and they're literally training the NHS to help save lives. So thank you for that. And that's only the first thing. I've got 3 things I want to talk about because I don't want this video to be that long. They're not only training former NHS staff, 200 or around 200 final year nursing and midwifery students have volunteered to take temporary paid roles to help the NHS. So they are having training, and the Faculty of Health Science at Hull are continuously providing them with support because obviously they're going to need it, and they are now on work placements around the region, so around East Yorkshire, and they are now working for the NHS with the NHS to help support them and just take some of the workload. So that's another thing the university are doing. So they're not just helping train any former NHS staff, but new NHS staff. And yeah, I'm proud of that. That's good for, I mean, these students must be, they must be scared. I'm just saying, like, it must be scary to train to be a nurse anyway. Can you imagine your first day and you're just like, oh my god, what if I've met all the things that could go wrong? And now it's like your first day is working when there's a pandemic. So thank you to all the volunteers who've decided to do that. I mean, yes, they're getting paid, but they volunteered to do it, and thank God they're getting paid, because there are a lot of people who are now NHS volunteers who have also signed up to go help them. I wish I could, but I have health problems, so they would probably go, you can't help, but thank you. So I have to self-isolate, unfortunately, but I wish I could help. Hopefully me just raving about what amazing things the NHS and my university are doing is kind of a little bit enough at the moment. It's all I can really do at the moment, like from my bedroom. And the third thing, which is incredibly important and amazing, and yes, the other 2 things are incredibly important too, but this one is kind of amazing. It's all amazing. Everything, all 3 of these are amazing, okay? But this one is like, wow, okay, cool. So, if you don't know, the NHS are low on basically everything. I'm not going to get political, but there's been cuts and yada yada, whatever. So, the NHS have been low on actual safety equipment. They don't have enough safety equipment to help them at this time, because obviously they're going to need more, and there's not enough at the moment. So what have Hull University decided to do? The engineering people, the engineers at university, have now been producing face shields for the NHS and other health organisations in the region. These face shields are new designs, and they're using a new technology, not really new technology, but a new way to produce them, so they can produce them quicker. They did do 3D printing, but now they're using laser cutting, and it literally takes them minutes to make a face shield. They also have gone from making 100 a day from 3D printing to making 2,000 to 5,000 per day face shields. And that's due to this laser cutting technology. This was a request from the NHS because the university were already like exploring these technologies and already making the face masks, so, well, face shields, not masks, shields. And now, thanks to this new technology and thanks to the engineers at university who have been exploring all these technologies, are now being able to mass produce these face shields up to 5,000 a day. And they have been sharing this technology and their procedures with other places nationally, so other regions can produce their own and help their regional NHS and health organisations. So I'm just going to say that I am very proud to be a Hull University student, and I would be wearing my Hull University jumper for this video, but it's actually in Hull and I'm not, due to this whole pandemic, and I didn't bring all my clothes home because I didn't realise that I was going to never go back to my house. I'm going to go back once to get all my things and that's it. So I'll have to say goodbye to my house and my housemate. We're not going to get into all my personal drama because I might get upset and we don't need that on screen. No, we're not. Positivity. This is what these vlogs are about. Positivity, and there are 3 massive positive things that my university are doing. And I keep saying my university because I feel like it's mine. It is. I go there. I am incredibly proud to be a Hull University student and don't plan on leaving anytime soon because I'm going to be doing a master's. So, but again, we're not talking about that because I have had a whole lot of issues with that in the past few days. So, staying on a positive note, there you go. 3 things. Training for former NHS staff. Training and support for 3rd year nursing and midwifery students and helping them work with the NHS now. And producing face shields at mass daily. So there you go. And this video thankfully isn't that long because I didn't want it to be, because you know me, I tend to ramble. So I wrote a list. I gave myself things to actually talk about and actually know what I'm talking about. Yes, I did my research. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it gives you a little bit of hope that yes, there are people out there really trying to help and support everyone and making things just a bit easier for the NHS. And therefore easier for us because we know we have that support. And we know the NHS is getting support and they need it. So continue to clap for them and cheer and make some noise for them because they're insane. They're insatiable. They're amazing. Well, thank you for watching, and yes, I will see you next week. Happy Easter. I hope you all have, you know, some chocolate eggs, and if not, then I'm just giving you happy Easter vibes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.